Finally, the University of Idaho awards posthumous degrees to students who have completed sufficient coursework prior to their untimely death. Now, we will present a Bachelor of Science in Business degree to the family of Madison May Mogan. President Green, Madison May Mogan has been recommended by the faculty of the College of Business and Economics to receive a posthumous bachelor's degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon Madison May Mogan the posthumous degree earned, in testimony whereof her family will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho.
I do have another question, and that is what we are all trying to figure out what the police mean when they say they believe this was a targeted attack. They've gone back and forth about whether it was the kids inside the house or the house, and now they've really rested on the statement that they believe it's a targeted attack. They don't know if it's the kids or the home itself that was targeted, but do you have any thoughts at all about why that house might be targeted or why any of the 5 roommates might be targeted?
I do not think it was the house that was targeted. I believe wholeheartedly that it was those kids who were targeted. They weren't just acquaintances. These kids were like best friends. They practically were family. These kids were tight-knit. They were good friends. They were like family. They were around each other constantly. They did everything together. How could it not be a planned thing? You know, how could it not have been targeted? For all 4 of them.
Do you know, Kara, do you know anything about Kaylee moving out? Do you know if she had already moved out of the house when this happened, or was she in the process of moving out because she was graduating in the new year?
Again, that's not a question for me. You may ask her family that. I'm not going to speak for her. I'm sorry.
I think the reason I ask is because I'm just wondering if her room was vacant, if the furniture was gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Right. Do you also know anything about, did Xana ever say anything about problems at the campus? Maybe talk of a stalker. There's been talk that maybe Kaylee had a stalker. Her dad said that Kaylee had told him that she had a stalker or a problem with a stalker. The police haven't been able to run anything down, but did Xana ever say anything?
Kaylee was an absolute beautiful, beautiful girl. It wouldn't surprise me if all of these beautiful kids that we lost had stalkers, okay? They were all like rock stars on Instagram and all the social media. They're vibrant, outgoing kids. You can hardly be on social media anymore without gaining some kind of weird stalker. So that wouldn't surprise me. I don't think that that's what it was, though. I will be honest with you. I think it's closer than that. I think it's deeper than that. I think I think they have information that they're not giving us, and it's real fishy. That's what I will say.
When you say you think it goes deeper than that, what do you mean?
I mean, I think it was somebody closer than a stalker. And I don't know who. I'm not gonna specify anything like that. I'm just going to say I think that it was somebody, you know, and I think possibly they may have trusted. That's the only thing I can think of, because how could something like this happen so quickly, so quietly, so without any answer, unless it was somebody super close to them. You know what I mean?
Do you think the person who did this had been in that house before?
I think they knew them. I think they may have even been friends with them. I think it had to have been somebody close to them. To have been able to get away with it like this, just without, you know, it just doesn't make sense. None of this makes any sense. It had to have been somebody they trusted that was, you know what I mean? I mean, somebody who knew the house well, somebody who knew them well.
Kara, I cannot tell you how...
So quickly. Without a trace call.
I can't tell you just how sorry I am for what you're going through, and the parents of the other kids. I said it before, I'll say it again, it's unimaginable. Just know that there are hundreds of thousands of people across this country tonight who are feeling for you as well. You know, in spirit, you are not alone. There are a lot of people who care deeply for you and your family, and they want justice for your daughter.
I know, and I thank everyone so much for that. Xana's death will not be in vain. We are going to find who did this. I will not take my final breath until this person is found and brought to justice for these kids, not just my daughter, but these kids and their families and their friends. We all deserve answers, and the person needs to be brought to justice.
I wish you and your family peace of mind. And I hope that we can, you know, bring you answers soon. Kara, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for telling us your story tonight. And we'll continue to highlight Xana's story as well, and her beautiful life, as you mentioned. It's very evident on Instagram and social media just how vibrant she was and how beautiful she was. And she made a mark on this world while she was here. Thank you so much, Kara, for being with us tonight.
Can I say one last thing?
Yes.
There is someone out there, I know there is, that has answers. Please, we all beg you, please, don't be afraid. Please, just tell somebody. We deserve that much, please.
I think you're absolutely right. Someone out there knows something, and it behooves anybody with any small detail even to come forward and tell the police what you know. It could be the smallest piece to the puzzle.
Even if you think it's nothing, it is something. I promise you, it's something. Because right now we have nothing.
You said something that I've never even thought of, which is, it's almost the worst nightmare, which is how do you bury your daughter knowing that they could possibly come?
It's you know, it's going to be, the services for these girls will be huge, you know, public. And to think that this person is sitting, you know, there at the church, just, I can't.
You're worried that the killer
Yeah.
might show up to their services.
Absolutely. Their candlelight vigils, you know, all of that. It makes me sick that this person could be there, standing right behind us, waving a little candle. You know, it's sickening, absolutely sickening.
That will make a difference, and that's something that they can see where they're at right now. That you changed your life just a little bit, and you were a little bit nicer and a little bit kinder. Thank you.